behind the type of decisions that we take in our lives. And even when it comes to something like being a father, fatherhood, right? Even when it comes to something like that, something has to pull away at your heartstrings. Something has to draw some tears down. For me, it was this clip. Check it out.
You ain't got to do nothing, Uncle Phil. You know, ain't like I'm still 5 years old, you know? Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's daddy coming home, you know? Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil? Got through my first date without him, right? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. To hell with him! I ain't need him then and I don't need him now.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids.
I know people to this day, when they watch that video, when they listen to the content, they resonate with it. It hits home. They know the feeling of asking your mother each and every day, Mom, where's Dad? They know the feeling of going to your prize giving at school because you did well and your mother is the only one in the crowd. Knowing the feeling of crying, wanting to understand, why did Dad abandon me? Why did Dad leave me? We all know that feeling. And so when you have been given the opportunity and blessing to give life and to pay it forward, don't make the mistakes that your parents did. Don't make the mistake that your father did. Because having grown up with no father, I had to make certain decisions that paved the path for me. Certain decisions that I live by even to this day. Certain decisions that I would never regret, you know, because I've been ever present due to the lack of not having a father. So sometimes God will put certain stumbling blocks in your way, certain potholes that you have to navigate around. But the decision will always remain with you to do right by yourself, do right by God, never disappoint Him, do right by the fellow offsprings that come from you, so that you live out a generational gift and not a generational curse. You bring about a legacy that reflects your inner moral being, that makes you proud. Even if you were to leave this world, then you know that you would have made yourself proud. I must say though, despite not having a father, I always had a father figure in my life. You look at my uncles, they've played a significant role in showing me to ever be present. They've played that type of role that even when my mother was in need, for example, me being naughty and needing some discipline, they were there. They were there to put me in the right way because they saw the potential that I was gifted with, and they made sure to instill it, to strengthen it, and to make me the man that I am today. Further than that, my grandfather, my late grandfather, he played the most critical role because his offspring, my uncles are his offspring. And he passed the DNA of being a present father, of being an understanding father, of being a father that rebukes everything that's not good. So I'm proud today as a father, and I'm proud to stand here and wish all the fathers in the world a happy Father's Day. Do right by yourself, do right by your kids. Never disappoint yourself, never disappoint your kids. Now, as we very well know, fatherhood, parenthood, motherhood, it all has no manual. But at the end of the day, you need to carve out the way for you. You need to carve out the journey for those that you are raised. You need to play that role. You need to remain strong despite the challenges, despite the obstacles. You never know who's looking up to you. You never know who's looking up to you. Therefore, you have to play out that role and you have to do them good. You have to do them proud. You have to do yourself proud. Be ever present. Be ever loving. Just show them what's right from wrong. Just love them, guide them, and bless them. Be the stronghold that holds your family tree together. If it means that it has to start with you for your family tree to mean something, then let it start with you. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Let it come from you, let it stem from you, and let the impact grow forth. Let it be paid forward because they saw you. Live out what you want them to live out, right? And then just mold and guide their dreams and be the best version of yourself in the process that you can be. There's no manual. You write your own manual. So journal your thoughts. Just lead the journey and be guided by self, guided by love, and guided by God. Are you here to join me, baby girl? Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.